Hi there, I'm Suzanne, your friendly Stampin' Up demonstrator in Canada. Welcome to my monthly paper pumpkin alternative video on my YouTube channel and blog. I share 5 alternative ways to use the kit in this video, and I sell the products I feature as well. For Paper Pumpkin subscribers that choose me as their demonstrator, I send an exclusive bonus bundle with a dozen more alternatives. I hope you enjoy my free video tutorial and would love to see you sign up with me as a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. Visit sunstampin.com for more information. Normally I don't do an unboxing of the Paper Pumpkin kit, but this month my projects are very simple, so I thought I would do an unboxing. This is the stamp set. The sentiments weren't fabulous, I have to say, on this one. The Stampin' Spot we got was soft suede. Paper Pumpkin usually comes, well, it always comes with the instructions, so which I ignore promptly. And then I noticed there's a lot of little mini envelopes and a lot of mini cards, 3x3s. These are the baskets, or the things to make the baskets, which is kind of cool actually. Whoever designed this kit did a good job. All right, so these are stickers, these are cutouts. This is the tissue that comes in Granny Green, Lovely Poppy Parade, and Blueberry Bushel, and some strawberries and some apples. And this is the basket handle, and that's the thing that goes around the basket handle. And this is some checked gingham vellum, which I don't think I used at all for my kits. Okay, so these are apples, and this is a piercing mat. It's the one that I got from the dollar store because I actually don't mess with the one I bought from Stampin' Up. That one's for stamping. So I started off with my stylus, which is the thing that you score lines with, but I found that it was such a large area I could go in with the back side of my paper piercer, and all I'm doing is sort of depressing the apple to make it more dimensional. So I did that with 3 apples, and you can really see how it actually adds quite a bit of dimension. So here is my favorite dry adhesive, Fast Fuse, which Stampin' Up does not sell anymore, but I have so many refills that I need to use it up because I have to craft on a budget just like the rest of you. So I put that on the back of the blue gingham tissue on a Whisper White thick card base. Now my apples here, I have double adhesive. So I put down one of those little dimensionals, and then I put a second one on top of it, just so that it would remain dimensional. And then I put the leaves on, and I couldn't figure out which way I was going. The leaves are stickers, so it was very handy to not have to use any kind of adhesive. And then I had to winkify my apples, so I used the clear glitter brush pen, Wink of Stella, all over the 3 apples. And actually, I probably could have done a beautiful coat of fine tip glue pen as well and made them shiny, but you know, girls only got so much time. So this is a sticker from the kit. These aren't stickers actually, I think they're to go around the baskets. And I use the thank you sentiment. And I am just cutting the sentiment out because it's a sticker. And then I'm fishtailing, and then I realized that I couldn't fishtail while it was still on the package, so took it off. And I fishtailed both ends. And I actually put a little bit of Fast Fuse on the back of that, or my favorite dry adhesive, because I didn't seem to want to stick to the winkified apples. Perhaps they were still wet. So that is card number 1. I think it's cute. I like it. I like the gingham. This is a really cute project. The kit itself was really cute. All right, so this was one of the 3x3s and cards. So I cut it in half, and then I put dimensional adhesive on the back. And now I'm cutting putting a bow on the square. So I'm making a dimensional gift. And this is a Whisper White thick card base. Again, I have said if you ever wanted to replicate some of my designs, most of the time I use a white card base. So I plunk this box on the card base, and looking at it now, I think I could lop off about an inch and it would still look pretty good, like as a smaller square card as opposed to so big. I didn't want to add a whole lot extra to this card though. I have been trying my hardest to just use the items in the kit. Sometimes I can, and this is one of those cards. These little stars came from the blueberries in the kit, so it was like an extra piece. So I'm basically making, it sort of a star wrap. And then again, I really wished I could have had a different sentiment like happy birthday or something, but thinking of you is just as fine. And I didn't want it too dark, so I stamped off using a glue dot and just adhering that little tag. I think the card would work a little bit better if it was shorter. Now looking at it, so I winkified the blueberry negative holes, I guess you could call them. So I made them sparkly. And that is card number 2. So card number 3 starts off with a Whisper White thick card base. Folding it in half and using my bold folder to crease it down. Now, I have a piece of Granny Green Apple, and now it is a thin Whisper White piece that I'm putting on top. I have stamped the Thinking of You sentiment on the bottom portion of that layering pieces, using the twine that came in the kit and my little tweezers to help me along the way, because bow tying is difficult on camera. And I fussed with it a little bit, and it's just a little bit off to the side. Now, these little apples have like this, the shine part. I think it's supposed to be a shine or a divot or whatever. So I took 3 of those extra pieces and put a little bit of glue on the back. And now I'm going to take my tweezers, and basically these are going to be mouths of monsters. So these little guys, well, I don't know if it's monsters, maybe blockheads or something. I don't know. These little tags reminded me of little monsters. So I have these in my stash. They are called Shape Sprinkles by Doodlebug, and I've had them forever. So I kind of match the eyeballs to the hair. Now, I know people are going to get mad at me and say, oh, well, Stampin' Up doesn't sell those. No, Stampin' Up doesn't. But I know you can go into the dollar store, and I know you can get googly eyes. So it's something similar. So, and if you are so inclined, you can go to Doodlebug and find their eyeballs. I've had it in my stash for a long time, so I was excited to use it. These, you know what, if I actually had the brads, thinking about that, I probably could have used the brads and made these like Frankenstein family. It's not Halloween, but I'm just going with the whimsical nature of this card kit. And sometimes you can't all be flowers and beautiful. Sometimes you just gotta, have a little bit of tongue in cheek and have a good time with it. So, it might not be my most creative work, but I was having fun. I'm in a whimsical mood. So I had to winkify their hair. It's ridiculous, those eyeballs. And their lips. And then there we go. Card number 3. Alrighty, so card number 4 starts out with a Whisper White thick card base, folding that card base in half with my trusty bone folder. I am now cutting off one of the small sides of a basket. Then I took the brown, I don't know what this is, strippy thing that came in the kit, plus the handle for the basket. And I guess this is how you would put the basket together. But I'm just going to make a card, a basket card. So I have, I'm using that little poker, my piercing. Oh my goodness. Molly and Quinn are playing with each other and somebody is growling. You guys. Sorry about that. What are you going to do? They're a little bored. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing here. I've put dimensional adhesive on the back of this little basket and curved the basket handle, and I'm sort of adhering it to the back. So it just makes it look like a little bit more dimensional. Now, I put one of those, what do you call the tissue? I glued it to a piece of white piece of card, and it was just easier to size it and cut it correctly. So I made a little picnic basket. And then adhering my strawberries. I have 2 blueberries, but I chose only 1. And on the strawberries, I did color their stems with just a darker marker. Okay, so sorry about that. I hope you don't hear it. Okay, so stamping the sentiment and joy, and then adhering it to one of the stickers. And then I'm actually going to cut a piece of blueberry bushel cardstock just from my stash because I wanted that enjoy to stick out even further. I put dimensional adhesive on it, but now I'm just going to have a really thin strip, and I'm just going to adhere the strip hole to the blueberry bushel strip, and because there is that brown sticker, it just stuck right. So removing all of the dimensional adhesive and plunking that on the card nice and straight, and there's card number 4. All right, card number 5, probably the cutest idea I came up with. Again, going with the whimsical theme. So these are the leaves, and I plunked 2 down going one way and 1 going the opposite way. Now I have my black Stampin' Right marker, and I am drawing really long legs. So bird legs. So these are birdies. They're unusual. All right, now I have my sponge. So this is a 1-layer card. So I am sponging with soft suede. So that is going to be the ground that my birdies are going to be standing on. And again, anybody can, I've used this inking mat. Anyone can use a piece of plastic if you wanted, that sort of thing. all you need to do is have a slick surface that's non-porous so that you can easily transfer the ink to your card. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing with Balmy Blue for the sky. And you can see what I did there to create the faces. I just dotted the eyes and just kind of, I didn't even go crazy with the beaks because these are unusual creatures. They're from, you know, maybe they're from space. I don't know. They look like something that Captain Kirk would encounter. But I thought it was cute. And I am really trying to stick with some of the contents in the kit. I know that some of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers, they don't have a lot of crafting items. So the kit is all they kind of have. So I am trying. Well, except for the Whisper White card base. I just go buy some of that, please. All right, inking up the Thinking of You sentiment again. And again, this is just a little piece of that gingham tissue that's in the kit. And putting dimensional adhesive on the back and putting that sentiment right at the center, top center in the sky. And those are my cards for today. I have another example to show you at the very end, but that's all for me. I will see you again soon. Bye. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf for my blog, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.